bow, 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 ba-da-ba-da, da-da. Ba-da-ba-da, da-da. Ba-da-ba-da, da-da, ba-ba-doo-bow. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Not Tuah podcast. I'm your host, and this is episode 41. A lot of episodes of this podcast so far. 41 episodes. That's probably more episodes than there have been of Talk Tuah, right? Actually, let me look that up. Okay, doesn't it looks like okay? I tried looking up the Talk Tuah podcast Wikipedia article, and I don't think it exists. I think it's only a subsection of the Haley Welch Wikipedia article. Haley Welch, better known as the Hawk Tuah girl. It says it right there on her Wikipedia. Born Haley Alien. Her middle name is Alien. Wait, Aliene. Chad, I'm just saying. Hide in plain sight. Hide in plain sight. I do believe that maybe there are aliens, there is extraterrestrial life. I just think the universe is like way too big for Earth to be the only planet with life. And for humans to be the only intelligent species, come on, bro. We cannot be the best that the universe has to offer. You know? You get me? Anyways. Haley Alien Welch, born 2003 or 2004. Almost as old as me, I guess. Other names, Hawk Tuah girl. Yeah, there we go. Okay, how many episodes does the Talk Tuah podcast have? Come on. Okay, whatever. I'll go to the YouTube channel for the Talk Tuah podcast. Oh my god, 20 episodes of the Talk Tuah podcast. I have more than double the episode count of Talk Tuah. Maybe it is time I go for that rebrand that I was thinking of. Who are the guests on the Talk Tuah podcast? Let's see. There's Whitney Cummings. I don't know who that is. There's her grandmother. She was on the podcast. Caitlin Bristow. Dasha Jojo Siwa. Hannah Berner. Zach Bryan. Holly Madison. Josh Richards. Jake Paul. Dude. Wiz Khalifa? Mark Cuban? Who? What? What was her agent? Oh, a new Java version is ready to be installed. Awesome. What was her agent doing? Episodes 10 to 12. Was he on like cocaine? What happened? Brooke Schofield or Schofield. I don't know who that is. KSI. Chanel West Coast. The Recappers, whoever they are, and also Chelsea, whoever she is. Chase Matthew, Mackenzie Dorn, and then there's no guest for episode 12. Is it just that they ran out of people who were willing to appear on the Talk Tuah podcast? That might be it, actually, because again, yeah, episodes 10 to 12, and maybe even episode 14. The agent kind of milked it dry, and then yeah, they weren't getting anyone else. You know, it could also be that the guests didn't want to show up after there was that whole crypto scam that she ran. That's also a section on her Wikipedia page. The crypto scam. Dude, if I ever end the Not Tuah podcast, I need to get Haley Welch on here, dude. Like, I might send her a DM. The first time in my life that I slid into a girl's DM, and it's to invite Haley Welch onto the Not Tuah podcast. Does he have Instagram? Surely. Haley Welch. Oh yeah, there we go. What? No, it's a fan page. Okay. The Talk Tuah podcast has a Instagram page. Talk Tuah pod. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I can message them. Wait, he's a Twitch streamer? No, that's from November. She just dumped, she's playing Fortnite. Wait, hang on. Wait. Does anyone actually enjoy build mode? Dude. I need to get Haley Welch on the podcast, and I need to discuss Fortnite build mode with it. That's actually, you probably could tell from the title already. Fortnite is sort of the main topic of today's podcast, or more like tonight's podcast, because it is currently 3:15 a.m. On the 25th of January 2026 Indian Standard Time. That's right, bitches. I'm sorry, that was me. That's right, guys. You're getting a late night, after hours version of the Not Tuah podcast. Ooh, spooky. Um, yeah, this is so fucking stupid. Generally, I was in bed, doom scrolling as you do. When you're trying to go to sleep, you hold your phone like 2 inches from your face. I was sitting in bed, I was doom scrolling, and I saw a couple posts that sort of inspired me. It invigorated me, and I just had to come on here. I just had to record an episode of the podcast. But as with every other episode of this podcast, we gotta. Oh my god, bro! I can't fucking talk. We gotta do a little bit of banter first. So what have I been up to? What have I been up to? It's been maybe. Okay, my last episode went out on the 8th of January. Or maybe it went out on the 9th of January. I can't remember. I recorded it on the 8th. I don't remember when I uploaded it. Let me. Does this work? Is this good? Okay, yeah. So my last episode went out. What? If it was the 8th. It went out a while ago. It went out a couple weeks ago. Alright? Went out a couple weeks ago. I've been doing shit since then. I've been trying to work on this fucking college thing for my master's. Oh, dude, that's a depressing topic, like low key. Low key, that's a depressing topic. I don't really wanna. I mean, I guess it's healthy to talk about your negative feelings. You're not supposed to keep them bottled up inside. That's some good mental health advice. But one thing that people fail to consider when they're giving out advice like that is that I don't like to talk about negative things. Right? Yeah, right? Yeah. So in the long run, sure, it's beneficial for my mental health, whatever. Right now, in the moment, I don't like it. You can't tell, but I'm like wagging my finger, like a no. I don't like it. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But yeah, like I've been working on that. I think maybe I can get in. It really just depends on like one or two factors, genuinely two things that are holding me back. I feel like if those two obstacles did not exist in my life, I I wouldn't be worrying about this as much as I am. But oh well, c'est la vie, c'est la vie. That's French for that is life. C'est la vie, chat. Uh, yeah, so that's kind of what's taken up. That's not taken up a bulk of my brain power, but it has taken up a significant portion of it. I will say that. I've been working on 100%ing The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Um, for my money, that's probably the best game on the Nintendo Switch. Super Mario Odyssey comes at a second place. There's more stuff to do in Tears of the Kingdom, so just on that it wins. Fucking 880 power moons in Super Mario Odyssey, and then a lot of them are multi moons, and then a lot of them are Toadette moons. So like you don't really need to do, and then all the fucking boss rematches, which are basically the same except they have like two more projectiles or something. Uh, this sounds like I'm complaining about Super Mario Odyssey. I'm not, right? I'm not. I love Super Mario Odyssey. It's the first game that I bought for my Switch because when I got it, the guy who was selling it, I got it second hand. The guy who was selling it also included The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. So yeah, Breath of the Wild was the first Nintendo Switch game I played, and then Super Mario Odyssey was the first Switch game that I bought. Um, I remember doing chores for it, and my parents were like, "Oh, if you do this chore, we'll give you 5 reals, 5 Saudi Arabian reals." Um, and this is gonna make me come off like such a fucking brat. Bump it that. That's a reference. That's a niche reference. I made a remix of a Brat song where it had the Brat vocals, but the instrumental was Last Surprise Persona 5. So that version of the song, that remix, has genuinely replaced the original Charlie XCX song in my mind. But anyway, yeah. So this story is gonna make me come off as such a brat, but I I saved up like half the money to buy Mario Odyssey, and I was like, wait, shit, what if the credit card doesn't work? And so I kept pestering and pestering and pestering my mom to be like, please, can I buy like a $1 game on the eShop so I can check if the card works? But she was like, no, 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 you're gonna work until you can fully afford that game that you want. And I just kept pestering her and pestering her and pestering her. And eventually she broke down and she was like, okay, fine, fuck you. She didn't say that. She would never. But she was like, okay, fine, whatever. And I thought she was gonna buy I think it was like a Ludo game. For those who don't know, Ludo is. I used to think it was an Indian board game, but people play it. I've seen people play it in Africa. And then I've seen videos of people playing it in Africa. But then also in the same video, um, they were lighting matches, and the matches had like a picture of Krishna on them. So I don't know. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how that happens. Are we really exporting fucking matchstick to Africa? I think it was Uganda. Yes, yeah, it was Uganda. It was Uganda. Are we exporting matchstick to fucking Uganda? Why? Matchsticks and fucking Ludo boards, and that was is that our main export to Africa? Anyways, anyways. What was I, why am I talking about Ludo? Right, yeah. So I tried to get her to buy this Ludo game on the Switch because uh, my mom is actually a big fan of Ludo. She likes playing that game. So I thought, oh wow, if I can, get this Ludo game on the Switch, then she can play it with us. Um, yeah, I thought she was gonna buy the Ludo game, but then she bought Super Mario Odyssey, which was the game that I was saving up for. And she did take away my earnings, which was fair enough. But here's the kicker of the story: when you buy games on the Nintendo Switch eShop, you get some gold coins, or I think they're just called points, gold points maybe. You get some gold points, and you can use those points to buy games. So, I think you got 10% of the purchase value back. So, like Mario Odyssey, $60 game, you get 10% back. That's $6 worth of gold points. And I use my gold points to, that's right, buy the Ludo game. So, um, she didn't play it. She was not interested at all. Um, so yeah, that's my $6 of gold points wasted. I could have bought. Maybe I could have bought a hentai game. Those are probably under $6, right, on the Nintendo Switch shop. Now they're definitely under $6, cause like who the fuck? At the time when they were first coming out, it was brand new. It was a novel idea. I was like, oh my god, boobies on a Nintendo console? Awooga. But it's been so long now that like no one really cares. I've seen some of the most insane porn games on the Nintendo Switch. Um, Steam is crazy as well. It's like I don't know if I don't know if this is like based on an algorithm or whatnot. Um, but every time you scroll down to like the new and trending releases tab on Steam, it's always porn games, right? Pornographic video games, always at the top spot there for new and trending. In fact, I bet if I open up Steam right now, I'm gonna see one. Let's see. Steam, yeah. No, open that up. Oh, Rockstar Games sale up to 80%. No way. Hang on, I want to take a look at this. 80% is pretty big. Red Dead Redemption 2 down to 75% off. Okay. GTA 5 50% off. Red Dead Redemption 1 50% off. Grand Theft Auto the trilogy, the definitive edition, is 6-7. 6-7% off. GTA 4 episode from Liberty City 70% off. Max Payne 3 70% off. Max Payne 2 Bully 65% off. Maybe I could give that to my friend. 274 rupees though. Yikes! Yikes! I'm okay. What? Oh right, the porn game. That's why I opened Steam. Steam Store. Scroll down a bit. Portal reloaded. I'm getting distracted, right? Okay, I'm getting distracted. Yeah, new and trending. Number 1, Sinspire. Tags, sexual content, horror, dungeon crawler, action. Um, yeah, how many are these? One, 2, 3. It's kind of hard to tell without like actually clicking into them. But yeah, of the fucking 10 new and trending releases, 3 of them are porn games. So, whatever. Okay, why am I talking about porn games? Right, and they were on the Nintendo Switch. Um, yeah, 100% The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I'm following the speedrun route for the game, but I am definitely not speedrunning it. Um, I think the world records are somewhere in the 24-hour range, and I've been working on it since like New Year's Day, basically, maybe a little bit after. Basically, I've been working on it since the fucking last episode came out, technically. So yeah, working on 100%ing Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Yes, yes, yeah. That's how you work. Um, it's final season. I had my first exam a couple days ago. Information security. That was rough, man. Oh my god, these exams are one of those 2 obstacles that I mentioned. It's tough because it's like if you look at it, the content is simple. It's easy. I can do it. It genuinely might be the nerves. Like I cannot focus. Because of how nervous I am. Because like this, ever since I started this master's degree process, I've been forced to look back on a lot of my mistakes, which again, I'm back to my finger. I don't like doing that. Who does? Who enjoys looking back at their mistakes? No one. But it is a necessary step to to progress, to grow, to change, right? It's necessary. It's necessary. I just wish I didn't have to do it. Starting this podcast was not one of those mistakes, though. Shout out to my Notters. 41 episodes there, and I'm officially naming the fan base Notterheads. You know, like how Harry Potter fans are called Potterheads. I'm calling it Notterheads. No, I'm not. That's a stupid fucking name. I'll think of it later. Maybe I'll think of one for the rebrand. Um, there's been a really didn't one of the this is why I like not having a video podcast. There's like a really weird pimple near my lip, which I'm pretty sure it's a pimple, but then also this is very bad timing because the day I developed this pimple, I saw a Reddit post about someone who had herpes and they just thought it was pimples. So they went around and they were like, kissing people. Not that I've ever done that, unfortunately. But they were going around, they were kissing people and then gave them herpes. And it's like, do I have herpes? Because like, okay, so the post that I saw, it wasn't even like a mouth to mouth kiss, right? It was like on the cheek. I think it was like an aunt kissing their nephew on the cheek or something. But yeah, anyways, ever since I saw that post, I'm like, shit. A lot of creepy older relatives of mine have sort of kissed me on the face when I was younger. Could one of them have given me herpes? Not that I'm saying any of my relatives have herpes, I guess. That This segment got away from me, chat. I'll be honest. But yeah, so I've been a bit concerned about that. I don't have any of the other symptoms. I don't think. Maybe I should look that up. Private window, incognito mode. Uh, Symptoms. Let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I don't have anything around my genitals. Is that TMI? So we're 41 episodes then, dude. You know me in and out. Whoever's listening. Of course, that this only applies if you've listened to all 41 episodes. You listen to 40 or 41, not good enough. Block your ears, alright? Then for true negators, right? No, that almost sounds like it's a set of slur. I said negators, that as a negative, negate. Oh my god, whatever. I need to cut this fucking segment out. I'm gonna forget to cut this segment out. Okay. Symptoms. Where are the symptoms? Red bumps and fluid-filled blister. Oh, that's genital region. No, what's on the mouth? I don't see anything. Oh, itching? If it's itchy? I mean, I get it's not itchy. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna close all these tabs and I'm gonna pretend like I don't have it. Cause I probably don't. Cause like that's not what it looks like. But that's okay. You know what? Oh my god. Okay, so there was an image here, but it was like a drawing. So I was like, oh, okay, that's not bad. And then I scrolled down a bit, and there was an image, like a actual image. That kind of freaked me out. This is probably the grossest segment of the fucking podcast, dude. Anyways, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, 'cause there's a pimple on my. Usually if I have pimples, they go away after a couple days, and I think we're hitting that mark on these pimples here. So hopefully by the next time you listen to this podcast, I I will have information regarding this development. If you don't hear anything about my pimple, just it was a pimple then, you know. Um. Anyways, yeah. Okay. What else? Oh shit, dude! Today the fucking craziest thing happened. Um. So there was a lizard in my sink. This might take the crown for the grossest segment of the Not Tuah podcast. Skip ahead. You know, maybe just stop listening. You don't need to know my opinions on Fortnite that badly. If this kind of grosses you out. Um. Yeah, there was a lizard in my sink, and so I was like, "Ew, that's kind of gross. I'm gonna try and get it out of there." Right? So I grabbed the stick. It's. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a broom, but it's a telescopic broom. So you're supposed to use it to like clean your ceilings and shit. Anyways, so I got that thing, and I was kind of just like, I extended it, not like max extension. Um, it was kind of like halfway extended, and I was keeping my distance, and I was kind of poking and prodding at the lizard to try and get it to leave the sink. Turns out it couldn't climb up the sink because um, the surface was too slippery or something. Which, if that's the case, it's insane how I've lived in this house for 2 years, and not once has the lizard fallen into the sink. Because I feel like it's a big sink, comparatively, compared to other sinks I've had in the past. Not the biggest, but it's pretty big. So I would have thought, it's a pretty easy target to fall into. But anyways, yeah. So I kept poking and prodding at the lizard with the stick, and I don't know. I guess maybe I prodded too hard, or I prodded in the wrong place. The fucking lizard's tail just popped off. That was so fucking gross. Oh my god, I feel kind of sick just talking about it. It popped off and it was fucking wriggling, dude. It was wriggling. The tail was wriggling. Yeah, I need to get a new sink. I don't know if I can deal with that anymore. So that kind of freaked me out. So I ran away from the kitchen. I left the lizard there with its decapitated tail. Lizards grow back their tail, right? Maybe that's why it's so easy to pop off, because they can then get a new one. But it still felt so fucking gross. I ran out of the kitchen, and I kind of went back an hour later, and it was still there. It's like, of course it was still there. How am I gonna get out? It was still there. The tail was still there. Oh my god, it's so gross. And I was like, okay, I'm not doing it with the stick, because if the tail came off that easily, maybe the head comes off easy. I don't want a lizard in 3 parts in my fucking kitchen sink. 2 parts is already too much. 1 part is too much. So I figured, okay, well, if it can't climb out the sink, because the sink is too slick, then maybe it needs a more grippy surface. So I grabbed like a little paper bag, and I put it in the sink, and then I left the kitchen alone. I have not walked back into the kitchen since then. So I'm gonna, hopefully in the morning, I'll be a braver man, and I'll go assess the situation, and either there'll just be a lizard tail in my kitchen sink, which is fucking. It's not gonna decompose, is it? Fuck. Fuck, it might decompose. Shit. Should I look this up? How long do lizard tails take to decompose? How to safely decompose a lizard's tail or r/taxidermy? Um, hmm. Wait. The hell? Okay, wait. When a lizard feels threatened by. Shut up, cookies. Okay, whatever, sure. Ew, dude, that's so fucking gross. That is so fucking gross. When a lizard feels threatened by a predator, it can shed its tail at will. Oh my god, that's so disgusting. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, dude, that is. What the hell? What is going on in the taxidermy subreddit? My baby hedgehog died today. Need advice on how to. Dude, taxidermy is such a weird hobby. Like, I don't care. I don't care if I'm gonna get flack for this. Taxidermy is so fucking weird. Cause why would you do that? Why would you have a literal dead fucking body? Hedgehogs are pretty big. Like that's hedgehogs are huge, dude. So why would you want a fucking statue of your dead head? Bury it. Bury that bitch. Hedgehog. Yeah, bury it. Don't taxidermize it. Dude. I don't wanna. I don't wanna look at that anymore. I don't wanna talk about the fucking lizards. Ah, okay. Let's move on. Let's move on to the actual topic that I wanted to discuss. Let's talk about Fortnite Battle Royale. The hit 100 players last man standing video game developed by Epic Games. Didn't Tim Sweeney just say something about this? Kind of ties into my last episode because Tim Sweeney, CEO of Epic Games, recently made a tweet about Grok and his uh, kind of sex crimes that he was committing on Twitter. Oh yeah, here we go. This is insane. I don't know where he gets off saying this. He needs to first of all fire his publicist for allowing him to say this. Epic Games CEO Tim Sweeney argues that banning Twitter over its ability to AI generate pornographic images of minors is just gatekeepers attempting to, quote, censor all of their political opponents. Okay, what's the actual tweet? Uh, oh yeah, okay. So, original tweet by macrumors.com. US senators ask Apple and Google to remove X and Grok apps over sexualized image generation. And then Tim Sweeney quote tweeted that reason number 42 for open platforms to shut down every politician's incessant demands to all gatekeepers to censor all their political opponents. All major AIs have documented instances of going off the rails. All major AI companies make their best efforts to combat this. None are perfect. Politicians demanding gatekeepers selectively crush the one that's their political opponent's company is just basic crony capitalism. Tim, Timothy, Tim, if you're listening, I know you are, because I'm gonna put Fortnite in the title, and that's gonna help with the SEO. Tim, okay, character AI. I imagine that's what he's referring to here. Character AI telling that guy to kill himself. I think maybe he was a teenager. So also still a kid, I guess. Character AI telling a kid to kill himself? Obviously that's horrible. Obviously it should have been done. Obviously character AI needs to be held accountable for that. That is not the same thing as AI generating sexualized images of children, of random women. Which I will say, that has stopped. It has stopped. Or maybe they just got better at hiding it. Because I haven't seen any of that recently. So I also haven't seen the edit with Grok button on Twitter anymore. I think they got rid of that. Yeah, I can't edit images with Grok anymore. Anyway, yeah. So Tim Sweeney, that's a pretty big L. I miss Donald Mustard. Genuinely, Donald Mustard leaving Fortnite in that's where Fortnite. That's where the Fortnite that I know. That's where my Fortnite ended was when he left. End of chapter 3. And then I don't think we found out about it until quite a while later. And that sort of put Fortnite chapter 4 into you know, it kind of explains some stuff with Fortnite chapter 4. When you found out it was when Tim Sweeney left. No, I wish Tim Sweeney left. When you found out Donald Mustard left Fortnite. That really explained a lot. Anyways, the reason that I mentioned Fortnite is because of they really sort of kicked it into high gear with all their collabs recently. There's so many collabs, I can't even remember all of them. Just off the top of my head, this year alone, we got Kizuna AI, we got uh, shit. All the ones that I can think of, that I can remember, are like the newer ones, but there's definitely been more than those. Fortnite collab, January 2026. Yeah, there's the South Park. Okay, collaboration, Fortnite Wiki. Here we go. This might be the longest page on the Fortnite Wiki. Um, and then it's broken down by chapter. So let's scroll down to like the most recent chapter. Oh yeah, dude, this is definitely the longest page on this article, on this website even. It's still in chapter 5, we're on chapter 7 right now. Is this it? Is this chapter 7? Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, so just this year, or just this season, I guess, we've had Kill Bill, Back to the Future, Lisa, Danny Phantom, Lego Ninjago, Playboy Cardi, Kim Kardashian, Courage JD, Harry Potter, Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku was already there, I think. SpongeBob SquarePants, Bleach, Sabrina Carpenter was already in there. Back to the Future, I Show Speed, Pulp Fiction, Land Rover, South Park, 28 Years Later, Adventure Time, Kizuna AI, fucking The Office. The Office. The Office had a Fortnite collab. That's what pissed me off, dude. Like, genuinely, that's what pissed me off. That's the post I saw that inspired me to record this episode of the podcast. The Office? The Office. A late 2000s mockumentary workplace comedy gets a Fortnite collab. The Office. And you know what's worse? I know they're not done. I know they're not done because you can't be online for as long as I have without absorbing some details about The Office. They've released two characters. They've released fucking Michael Scott and Dwight Schrute. Michael, he's the boss man, and then Dwight is the nerdy guy with the fucking glasses and the he's a stickler for the rules. Anyways, yeah. So you know they're not done, cause you know they're gonna add. I won't be surprised if they add every single person who works in that fucking office building. I won't be surprised if they add every single person. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. They're gonna drag it out. There's gonna fucking they're gonna Marvel rivals Fantastic Four it. All right, because they know if you're gonna buy one skin of the Office character, they know there's a high chance you're gonna buy every skin for the Office characters, and so they're gonna drip feed them. I can feel it in my bones. I will put it in writing right now. Within the next year, within the next 365 days. Fuck it, maybe for Valentine's Day, honestly. We're gonna get a bundle that contains Jim and Pam. Right? That's the end game couple for this TV show. Although, wasn't Pam like married when the show started? That's insane. Anyway. Within 365 days from now, we're gonna get that set, and double or nothing, I think we're gonna get it on Valentine's Day. I can picture it in my mind. They're gonna drop 100 skins in the item shop on Valentine's Day, and they're all gonna be like canonical couples, right? So you're gonna get your Jim and Pam. You're gonna get. I can't think of any other fictional couples right now. Maybe they'll add a Kanye West skin, and you'll get Kim Kardashian and Kanye, although not anymore, I guess. Basically, whatever. Point is, The Office, The Office, The Office. Don't fucking piss me off, Fortnite. A friend of mine, he coined the perfect term for all these collabs that Fortnite is doing. Jerry, if you're listening, I know you're not, but if you are, thank you for coining the term Unkslop. Because that is what this is. There is no other way to put it. The Office is Unkslop. It's Unkslop, and it's made for 35-year-olds who have disposable income because they're going dink, dual income, no kids. Although no hate on the dink lifestyle. I get it. I might do that if I find someone to have a dual income with. But yeah, they're made for unks who have disposable income due to living in dink. They've already bought all the Funko Pops for all the Office characters. Right, they've already bought the mug. They bought the mugs that say Dunder Mifflin on them. Yeah. They've done everything. And now another fucking gem for their collection. The Office Fortnite skin. Fuck you, dude. If I just described you, if you are the target demographic for the Office Fortnite skins, fuck you. Stop listening to me. Block me. In fact, DM me. DM me so I can block you personally. And then they're adding fucking Ed, and Eddie, but they're only adding Ed? What? What do you mean? What do you mean they're only adding Ed? That's the guy with the green jacket, not Double D. What do you mean you're only adding one of the Ed, Ed, and Eddie characters? What do you mean you're only adding Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie? There's three people named in the fucking title of the show. You can add one of those people? Not the other two? This might also be another. Now that I think about it, I haven't had enough time to get heated about this one, because technically he's not officially out yet. It's been announced. It was announced like a couple hours ago, I think. So I haven't had enough time to get heated about this. So it might be a drip feed situation. 1 week they're gonna give us Ed, the next week they're gonna give us Double D. They're gonna give us Ed. I don't know if they're gonna give us Eddie because he is too short. Although they could put him in a mech like they did with the South Park kids. Was that on my list of collabs here? South Park? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. Anyways, and that's not even it. We have rumored collabs. Ben 10. Ben 10. Okay, I can kind of see it, I guess. Maybe. Is Ben 10 still going? Because I don't really have a problem with collabs in Fortnite. I have a little bit of a problem with Fortnite, collabs in Fortnite. It doesn't make sense for them to do these decades-old TV shows. I guess if Ben 10, the reboot, is still going, I guess it makes sense to add it. Ben 10 reboot. Is it still going? Let's take a look. It is. What? Is it? Really, IMDb? Oh no, it's not. It's over. Ben 10 2016 to 2021. Yikes. Let's take a look at the Ben 10 Wikipedia article. Television series. Maybe they rebooted it again. No. Last original episode of Ben 10 was September 18th, 2020. Yikes. Film. Dude, the live action Ben 10 films were actually kind of goated. I remember watching. Which one was it? No, it was Alien Swarm that I remember watching on Cartoon Network. I couldn't tell you the plot for this movie if my life depended on it. But I remember watching it. Anyways, so Ben 10, Overwatch makes sense. It is a video game. I'm not mad about that one. Chapel Roan. I dislike the metaverse element. I dislike Fortnite Festival, Rocket Racing, Lego Odyssey, I believe the mode is called. I dislike all those editions. I would have preferred if they focused on Battle Royale. But yeah, I guess Chapel Roan as good a headliner for Fortnite Festival as any other. I like one of her songs, HOTTOGO. You can take me hard to go. I like that one. Crimson Desert, no idea what the fuck that is. Ember and Blade, no idea what that is. Resident Evil Requiem in March. Again, yeah, it's a video game. I guess it makes sense. Whatever. Marvel Rivals, specifically Luna and Magic. Sure. Another friend of mine told me that Marvel Rivals characters were coming to Fortnite, and I was like, well, a lot of them are already in Fortnite. Because they had 2 whole Marvel seasons, and then various Marvel collabs sprinkled in. But then you're like, no, no, no. I mean, like the actual Marvel rival versions of those characters. Which is gonna be weird if they go down that route. Because they're gonna have to distinguish. They're gonna have to be like Luna Snow Marvel rivals, and then Luna Snow MCU. I guess if they put her in a movie, maybe. A regular show. Ninjago again. K-pop Demon Hunters gets another wave. The Looney Tunes. James Bond, Aston Martin. I thought they already did that. Solo Leveling, the anime. I got a poster for Solo Leveling when I attended Comic Con in 2024. I had never heard of Solo Leveling until then. Unknown Date, Sonic Skins and Cosmetics. Technically, we already got this. We got like a car decal that was the Sonic logo or something. And then we got colored wheels. We got red wheels because Sonic wears red shoes, I think. I think that was the logic there. ISO Speed Wave 2? What the fuck do you mean ISO Speed gets another wave? Crypto Sidekick, that's the dog from Superman, I think. Chainsaw Man. Sure. How are they gonna make his chainsaw work? Because you're gonna need to elongate his head, right? Gonna be a bit of a distraction if you're going for headshots. Because you would think that you would hit the chainsaw and still get a headshot. And then rumored Minecraft and Fallout. If they were to do a Fallout collab, wouldn't it have already happened? Because isn't season 2 of the show out? Fallout season 2. Oh no! Oh, it's a weekly. It's a weekly release. Wow, that's innovative. Innovative in our modern society. It's innovative to do a weekly release of a TV show. It's better than whatever the fuck Stranger Things was doing, dude. I think I discussed the Stranger Things finale in my last episode. I don't remember what ranking I gave season 5. I'm gonna bump it down. I think now my ranking's probably gonna be 34152. I'm gonna say that. I still think season 3 is the best season. I probably expressed that sentiment in that episode. Season 3 is the best. Season 4 is good. It has some strong moments. Season 4, I think, would be the best if it wasn't for the fact that 2 of the characters split off. 4 of the characters split off from the main group. Season 1 was pretty good. Season 5, Volume 1, the first batch of episodes, that might have been the best run in the TV show's history. I like seeing all these characters be competent. I like seeing them know what they were doing. The turnboat trap was an amazing sequence. Because you have to remember, season 1, the main villain was the Demogorgon. It was this unknown, massive entity that was terrorizing this town. And then by season 5, they're fucking batting him around like he's a fucking toy. That is awesome. I love seeing that. And then season 2, I just didn't fuck with season 2 all that much. What was the antagonist of season 2? Because it was technically the Mind Flayer possessing Will's body. And then I think also the demo dog. The demo dog really didn't do all that much. TBH. TBH, can I break my silence? The demo dog didn't do all that much. I guess they killed Bob. Whatever, this is not a Stranger Things discussion episode. Yeah, it is, yeah. So, yeah, okay. Fortnite. You are pissing me the fuck off with these shit ass, bum ass collabs. Alright? I get it, I understand. That's how you make your money these days. Well, you know, having a soul, having an identity, having an identity is more important than money. I said that, Fortnite. Tim Sweeney, I know you're still listening. Tim Sweeney. Enough. Stop it. Alright? It's like that scene in Spider-Man Homecoming. Nothing without the collabs. Then you shouldn't have them. Tim Sweeney. Alright? Good game comes first. Then the collab. Make a good game. And then you can get your fucking friends. They're gonna add friends. Someday. Oh my god. Make a good game and then I'll let you have David Schwimmer in my game. Alright? Make a good game first. Dude, my throat kind of hurts from doing all that. It's not that serious, little bro. Not what you guys are thinking. Okay. Let's call it here, guys. one of the longer Not Tuahs. Maybe I should watch Fallout. No, I'll wait until the season's done. Cause I be binging shit, bro. I know people hate it. And I know I was just singing the praises of a weekly episode release cycle, but I be binging shit, dude. Lunch and dinner. I churn through 2 episodes a day. I can't do this weekly shit. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. This has been episode number 41 of the Not Tuah podcast. That is NOTTUAH. I have no affiliation with Haley Welch or the Talk Tuah podcast team, if it still exists. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. I've been your host. And I'll see you all next time. Bye bye, everybody.